Getting ready for action here in the Mile High City. Time for the Insight coin toss. Insight, the official technology solutions partner of the Arizona Cardinals.
Number 65, this is a head, this is a tail. What will your call be?
Tails.
Number 65 calls tails. It is heads. Denver wins the toss. They wish to receive. Which goal would you like? Would you please reverse goals, gentlemen?
Broncos win the toss. They're going to take the ball. Backup quarterback Brock Osweiler out for the coin toss. Denver going to operate on offense first. Dangerous Trendon Holiday back deep for Denver. And Jay Feely out waiting for the football. Bruce Arians, last season's NFL Coach of the Year. What a job he did in Indianapolis. Really unheard of. And then not a young buck anymore. Was a young buck when he got the head coaching job at Temple in college, and then had to wait another 3 decades before he got a head coaching job in the NFL.
He still brings the intensity, though, Bruce Arians, and right now it's time to bring the intensity. You want to make a football team, it's time to fire up the wood chipper right now.
Last opportunity for men on both of these rosters to make an impression, and Feely sends it away. And in the thin air, we're a mile high. That one sails through the back of the end zone. Brock Osweiler, 6'8", played collegiately at Arizona State. And when you're the backup to Peyton Manning, you generally don't see a lot of action in the regular season. So this is his opportunity to really get some work here in the preseason.
Really looking forward to watching Brock Osweiler play tonight. You can see some of the numbers right there. Not too bad. A couple of picks, though. But this is a guy I think has a great future in the NFL.
Hillman and Hester are the backs. And Denver going to go on the ground and knifing in. Good hit right off the bat. And Ronnie Hillman only gets a couple. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
Well, the Denver Broncos are a big zone team, a tackle zone. They started it here with Alex Gibbs over a decade ago, made it famous. Now it's pervasive in the NFL.
And you get to use a little different type of lineman on that. 2nd down and 9, low snap. And this time some room for Hillman, and he gets across the 30 and just gets tripped up. Case unable to get a hand on his shoelace and get Hillman to the turf.
Well, that's what it is all about. If you're a running back for the Denver Broncos, you better have great vision. That zone scheme that they run, and they run it as well as anybody in the National Football League, it's all about getting a hat-on-a-hat play side and trying to build a wall backside. That's the tackle zone.
First down for Denver. Johnson and Hester. Keep it on the ground again. And Johnson picking his way, breaking 1-2 tackles and stretching it out across the 40. Starting lineups brought to you by Bud Light for the Broncos. That revolving door in the backfield. They have some talent back there. Jeremiah Johnson, the free agent, 4th-year player, trying to earn a spot on this team.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that starting lineup right there. After all, it is game 4 of the preseason, and the Broncos don't start their starters.
No, and you know what? Coach Fox has, been in Denver now a few years. Before was in Carolina, and that's just been his philosophy. That by the time you get to game 4, that it's time for the backups and everybody else to get an opportunity to show what they can do as Hester gets the carry. Cardinal defense. So really, it's an even matchup when you have 2s against 2s and guys who, BA said it best. If you can't shine tonight in this setup, then really you can't shine in this league.
Now, right now, I would say the 2s for the Denver Broncos doing a better job than the 2s for the Arizona Cardinals.
Minter, the 2nd-round pick, controlling that linebacker spot. Another first down, winning drive of the game, and this time Arizona able to knife in, and good tackle by Talley in the backfield.
That's Ronald Talley right there. Bruce Arians has been raving about Ronald Talley, a guy that is a good technician, uses his hands so well on the defensive line, gets that separation, and as B.A. likes to say, he's country strong.
Now Loss of couple on that one, and now the defense a little bit of an advantage, but solid start to the game by Osweiler and the Broncos, who haven't done anything. We see Brock finally put one in the air. Been all on the ground. Little play action, and Osweiler's pass complete into Cardinal territory. A nice pitch and catch. Robinson, the man who played collegiately at Arizona State, with the catch for Denver.
Denver Broncos come out 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends. They go with a max protection look. Great pocket for Brock Osweiler on that play action. Nice throw on the dig.
Robinson at 6'4", free agent. He'll need a few of those tonight.
Methodical out of the Broncos right now.
Another first down. Robinson in motion. Johnson stretching it out, hit and driven into the turf. Excellent defensive play. Carlos Dansby knife it in.
Great job right here, guys. This is the line of scrimmage right here. Watch the course of the running back on the tackle zone. This is a vertex, and in the game of football, vertices are dangerous. Right here, look at it, boom, blown up at the point of attack. You got to be careful of the vertex.
Dansby saying, look, you young guys, I'll show you how to do it. I've played this game for a decade at the highest level. 2nd and 11 to the ground again. Johnson wiggles his way through the pile. Right back near the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right now, you know Bruce Arians wants to see that front 7 rise up here and get on top of this zone scheme. It's the tackle zone, it's the stretch play, which is more of an outside zone, and it's the inside zone being run by the Denver Broncos right here. They are the classic, quintessential zone team.
3rd and 9. Osweiler with time, back over the middle, wide open, catch, 20, all the way down to 10, ball popped out, scramble for it, and the officials, no signal yet, they're converging and they're going to pull them apart on the pile.
Oh, that was a great job of blood farming by Curtis Taylor. I believe that was Curtis Taylor who took the buckles of his helmet and put it right on the knuckles.
Denver, first down.
First down for the Broncos on the big catch and run by O'Connell. It did come out, but he was able to get it back.
Wow. How was he able to get that ball back with 3 Cardinals hanging all over him?
And laying on his back after getting drilled.
Well, right now, the Denver Broncos running this offense at a very high level.
And 3rd and 9 for Denver to 1st and goal. Johnson, the deep back. Find a little bit of room, turning his legs, and he's in. Touchdown, Denver.
That is not going to make Bruce Arians very happy. That was a big fat no contest. Just an inside zone being run. The running back breaks a tackle, a little penetration at the point of attack, made the move around that penetration, and then put his head down and look at the movement with that Denver Bronco offensive line. That's no contest.
Carried Amaya the last 5 yards into the end zone for the score. Prater drills it through, and Denver takes the opening kickoff and drives 80 yards and gets 7 on the board. Timeout. Welcome back to our Ford broadcast booth, brought to you by your Arizona Ford dealers. Rich Cellini, Ron Wolfley. Denver won the toss, deferred. Seeming that was a good move. That second string offense looked pretty sharp.
In a word, systematic.
Raiders sends it deep, and this one will bounce all the way into the stands. Souvenir. Cardinals will get the ball at the 20 when we come back. Sports Authority Field at Mile High. .8:45 to go, first quarter. Rich Cellini, Ron Wolfley. First offensive possession of the night for the Cardinals. Drew Stanton getting the start. A young man who knows this offense well.
Yeah, Drew Stanton as well. He's been very impressive, making some of those chunk throws down the field. Doing a good job, showing a little bit of talent.
The officials slowed this one down. Wolf just they didn't get the in-between break festivities done quick enough.
It's never a good thing when the zebra blows the whistle, ever.
First down, Arizona. And Stanton going to go to the air. And it'll be off the hands of Dre, incomplete. Cardinals starting offense. Well, we've mentioned it a number of times. Ryan Williams, he's going to get a long look tonight, and we know he's talented, Wolf. Can he carry a heavy load?
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking for durability. Can he play 20 to 30 snaps and be okay?
And a guy that everybody in the organization is rooting for, not because he's talented, and here he goes on this one. They knew that, former second-round pick, because he's worked so hard and had some bad breaks.
Well, I absolutely love that right there. That is Ryan Williams running the inside zone beautifully.
Johnson with the stop, and check the Bronco defenders tonight. Omar Bolden, familiar name at Arizona State. Trying to stick on the roster of 53. Denver gets the short turnaround. They'll open the regular season at home against the Super Bowl champion Ravens a week from tonight. 3rd and 3. Four-man rush. Stanton in the direction of Floyd. Incomplete.
Now, Drew Stanton in the pocket. Four-man rush, playing man-free behind that. Michael Floyd trying to run the post down the field. Gets that inside release. Safety coming over the top, but the timing was off with Drew Stanton and Michael Floyd, and Bruce Arians is not a happy man, I would imagine, at this point.
You give up the long drive, and you do 3 and out. As Astudillo sends it away to Holiday. Will take it at the 20, and he's dangerous. And Holiday, the diminutive but quick one out of LSU, returns it past the 30. Will come back. Denver's ball when we return. Preseason game number 4. 7:45 to go, first quarter. Denver leading 7-0. Tickets still available for the home opener, University of Phoenix Stadium, September 15th. Kicks at 1. Megatron's coming to town, Wolf. Megatron against Patrick Peterson. 800-745-3000 or Ticketmaster.com to come on out and join the fun. Place is going to be rocking. Broncos' second possession. And if it's working, why not? They're going to run it again. Johnson making a move, and it's like he's got about 10.
Well, once again, the inside zone being run by the Denver Broncos. Nothing fancy here at all. Out of regular people, 2 backs, 1 tight end. You can see him bend it all the way back. He breaks contain. Right now, the Cardinals defense, their front 7 in particular, not playing their gaps very well, not playing disciplined up front, and also getting blown off the ball.
First drive for Denver, 10 plays, 80 yards, and got the touchdown out of it. Johnson spins right into the teeth of defense. Minter right there to meet him.
Well, that is a nice job by Kevin Minter, scraping over the top. You know, if I'm a coach, Rich, I want a guy that is trying to turn the other guy's nose into an earring. I want that guy on my football team. And I think Kevin Minter is that guy.
It's been that kind of training camp.
Absolutely for him. He has really flashed for the Arizona Cardinals. This guy is stout, and he's got a bad temper.
No gain, 2nd and 10. Osweiler, another play action. And he's going up top. Catch is made by Robinson. They'll spot him down inside the 15.
Perfectly executed. This is exactly what the inside zone and the zone will do for you. It gives you all sorts of time on the play action. Look at the backers suck up. Then you get the post over the top, and you could not throw that ball any better than Brock Osweiler just did. This is one of the reasons why I think this guy has got a bright future in front of him.
And Osweiler and Robinson showing a little bit of that form they flashed down at Arizona State. Roll out, jump down in the flat. Securing the ball is Virgil Green, third-year tight end out of Nevada.
Now you can see everything that comes off this, the tackle zone. You can see Tyrann Mathieu really did a nice job on that last play, staying home, his responsibility and making that play. Turning the receiver back inside to Darrell Washington. That's just Tyrann Mathieu. He's got great instincts, not fooled at all on that play.
2nd and 10 to the ground. Johnson able to get a little bit out of a play that was cut off and destined for nothing. He churns those legs.
Boy, could you hear that up here, Rich? Did you hear all the screaming, the growling, and that is the point of attack. You want to know what the point of attack is like? Just think about taking a tomato and just sticking it right in a blender and hitting whip. That'll make you scream.
Oh, Wolf ball. Lining up next to Osweiler in the backfield. First look we've seen of Lance Ball. Monty Ball is we're not going to see any action tonight. Osweiler back to the air, throws a dart. Boy, he has got a fastball on him. And King, the rookie receiver, with the catch, quickly covered up by Arenas.
Yeah, you said it best right there. I mean, Brock Osweiler is running this offense. You talk about a general. It's one of the reasons why they ran him out as a captain to start this game, knowing that he was going to be your quarterback. He was going to start this game. He's really operated this offense very, very well.
Prater, very reliable field goal kicker for the Broncos. And 2 drives for Denver, and now 2 scores as that one is knocked through from 27 yards out. 3:30 to go, first quarter. Timeout from Colorado. Arizona Ford dealers, run one back, drive one home sweepstakes will be returning for the 2013 Cardinals regular season. You could win a 2013 Ford F-150. Visit your local FordDealers.com throughout the preseason for information and registration details. Well, since we're at preseason game number 4, Wolf, you better hop on that computer and get busy if you want to win that F-150. Prater again. They're going to send it through the back of the end zone. Cardinals will start their second drive where they started their first at the 20 when we come back. Cardinals getting ready for their second offensive possession. Time to look at Wolves' keys to the game, presented by your Valley Chevy dealers. Introducing the all-new 2014 Silverado. Benchmark of full-size pickups.
Sorry about that, Rich. This is through the eyes of a player. You've got to know what to do, and when you know what to do, you got to bring the gates of Hades with you.
First possession, 3 and out. Lindley and now at quarterback, so short showing for Stanton. He hands it off to Williams, and Ryan able to pick up a couple. Wolf, back to your keys.
Yeah, you can see it right there. I mean, you've got to know what to do. You can't have any mental errors out here. Coaches despise mental errors, especially Bruce Arians. And then, when you know what to do, you've got to do it with all that you possess. Bring the hounds of Hades with you on every play.
Lindley's preseason numbers, and a guy who be under a very watchful eye. Williams cutting, caught, and stopped. And you get a couple more. Harris Lennon, familiar name to Cardinal fans, makes the tackle for Denver.
Yeah, Ryan Williams right now, they're getting a good look at Ryan Williams. You can see him right here on the counter, a little hop step. You pull the uncovered guy around, Jim Dre. Let him come up, try to lead up. But again, at the point of attack, right now, the Cardinals getting whipped.
3rd and 4. Arizona looking for their first down of the night. Lindley's pass complete, and the spot will be good enough to move the sticks. Kerry Taylor with the catch.
No, that's all Kerry Taylor does. Kerry Taylor just continues to show up by catching footballs. Now, I don't know if he's always running the right route. I know he doesn't get off the press very well. I know he doesn't run very well like an NFL receiver. Some of the speed that we see out there at the wide receiver position, but all he does is catch balls.
Can that get the Cardinal offense on track? Round on 1st down, Williams cut off, makes one Bronco miss, 2, and then caught and dropped back at the 20, but a flag is down. Somebody from Denver get Ryan's face mask.
Yeah, there's an old saying that everybody knows how to make an entrance, but few know how to make an exit. And I think on that last play, Ryan Williams should have just accepted his fate and taken the loss rather than trying to make something special happen. Zebras are huddled right now, talking about, did you see it? No, I didn't see it. Did you see it? Well,
you sound just like a former player.
Well,
yeah, and I know you are. I mean, a decade worth, but
exactly.
Just there's
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, defense number 93. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, automatic 1st down.
Jeremy Beal right here, Wolf.
Yeah, see, that's what happens with those big guys. They know those running backs, they're so shifty and quick, and those big guys, they'll grab anything. They don't care what they grab. They're just trying to get you down on the ground. A lot of times they end up grabbing your cage.
Lindley play action on 1st down. Brown caught it. Webster blew him up. And a flag down.
Boy, that is one right there where you got to put that on Ryan Lindley. He's got to look to see if, in fact, they're playing a cover 2 look where that corner is rolled up. And that's exactly what happened on that play. Little misdirection.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, contact in the head area of the receiver. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
This is what the NFL is going to do. But you can see Webster right there come up and give Jaron Brown a shot, and he did. He led with his crown, and he hit him right in the helmet. And the NFL is going to crack down on that. You can like it, you can scream, you can dislike it, you can gouge your eyes out, but they're going to throw a flag on that play every time.
Back-to-back 15-yard penalties against the Broncos. One for a face mask and then an illegal hit to the head. And Arizona is in Denver territory for the first time tonight. Williams spinning stiff arm and finally ridden out of bound by Webster, but Williams showing some of those flashes.
Boy, you got to love what you saw right there. 13 personnel again. 1 back, 3 tight ends. Watch him pull both these tight ends around. It's like running the power. You get a kick out, you get the other tight end leading up through, and look at that. Ryan Williams with a little bit of a spin. And this is what the Arizona Cardinals want to see. Does he still have that shiftiness? Does he have that explosiveness? Well, right now, Ryan Williams is showing that he does.
End of the first quarter. We'll switch sides of the field. Carson Palmer and the starters on the sideline doing a little coaching tonight. Cardinals with their best offensive drive. We'll pick it up. We'll come back. Start of the second quarter, 15 minutes to play before the half. We remind you that 15 minutes could save you 15% on your car insurance. Visit geico.com today. Andre Ellington, and check that. Indeed, that was Ellington, 38, getting the carry for Arizona. They've been helped by a couple of Denver Bronco penalties, but, different side of the field, different things you can do offensively.
Yeah, that is BA's favorite play right there. It's called 22 or 23 double. You double the one technique, you double the three technique, you work to the second level.
Ellington again, the rookie from Clemson. Well, Coach, you mentioned it, Wolf, we were chatting today, that 12 and 13 personnel, as you described it, he likes to get in there, get heavy, and get physical.
Absolutely. He loves 13 personnel, one back and three tight ends. You can see right here, put the onus on his offensive line. Just come off the ball. Come off the ball and use that leverage, use your hips, and drive people off the line of scrimmage.
Williams back in the game. Lindley. Plenty of time. Too high, incomplete over the hands of Corey Sperry, who played collegiately here in the state, Colorado State.
7-man protection being used. You release three receivers into the pattern. Bruce Arians is a guy that likes 6-man protection. You can see Ryan Williams right here holding up. It's one of the things that Ryan Williams has to improve on, is driving up and not shooting his hands out. But he's got to hold up in protection if he wants to stick with his team.
2nd and 10. He quickly gets it out. A nice completion to Kerry Taylor.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Rich. That's exactly, every time you look up, there he is, Kerry Taylor. This is the Denver Broncos trying to apply a little bit of pressure on Ryan Lindley. Lindley just 1, 2, 3, bam. Throws the quick out to Kerry Taylor, and all he does is catch the ball.
Gain of 8, 3rd down and 2. Williams. Right up the gut.
That is Bruce Arians football right there. That's what he wants to see out of his offensive line. A bunch of dirt lickers up front. Watch right here. You got Ryan Williams hitting the A-gap. That is 22 double. It's basically the zone scheme power, the version of the power from the zone scheme without pulling anybody. Ryan Williams moves the chains.
Another 1st down. Lindley over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it to Brown. Couldn't do it. Hester had the coverage.
Oh, he had him too. Jerron Brown running that post route against man free safety in the middle of the field. Man cover underneath, 7-man protection. Had a nice pocket. Threw the ball behind them.
14th play of the drive. 2nd and 10. Bring it back to the air. Sperry, catch, covers it up. 1st and goal, Arizona.
I really like Corey Sperry. Here's a guy, he's 265 pounds. That is a full-grown man right there, running the little sit route. Good job of Ryan Lindley putting it on him. And then you got a milk truck loose in the secondary. That guy, he holds up very well. I think he has totally made this team, might be a starter down the road.
1st and goal. Sperry goes from backfield to the tight end spot. Any more power football. Williams bouncing it out, finding some room, takes a blow inside the 5. And pops right back up. Omar Bolden with the big hit. Williams, no worse for the wear.
Oh, baby. Did you hear that thwack up here? Ryan Williams does a great job finding a hole and then dipping and ripping right there. Bolden put a lick on him. But guess what? This is exactly what the Cardinals coaching staff wants to see. You take a hit like that, and he pops right up. It's like whack-a-mole.
2nd and goal. Lindley, quick hitter, catch, and they're going to mark Taylor down. He slipped, and they'll say a defender touched him back near the 2.
Boy, I love that. That might have been the hootie-hoo right there. Ryan Lindley looks out and says, hey, you know what? They're giving you a big cushion out there. What do you say I just take the ball and throw it out there to you? Let you go make a play.
3rd and goal.
Okay, what's your point?
I think you know what it is. Williams is the back. He'll get the carry, break through a tackle. Officials come in, and they're going to spot him short. Beal able to stop him just short of the end zone.
Quick hitter. You pull around Rochelle. He traps. He was a little high on that coming around. They didn't get the movement they wanted, but they got it close, and you know they're going for it.
Well, it's no secret Jay Feely can kick this field goal in the regular season. Okay, we get that. It's preseason game number 4. Let's see who has what.
Bruce Arians wants to win these games.
Williams again, hit, stood up, fights and gets in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That is effort by Ryan Williams. Didn't have it in on contact. But right here you see the heavy personnel group. Ryan Williams bounces that thing outside, got it in easily. Nice read, great vision by Ryan Williams.
A good lead block by recently signed tight end Richard Quinn, who coach called a thumper.
You're right. Richard Quinn can play that F.
Feely tacks on the PAT. Williams, 9 carries already, gets the score. And Arizona makes it a 3-point game. Welcome back to our Ford broadcast booth, brought to you by your Arizona Ford dealers.
You take a look at it right here. This is Richard Quinn. He's going to come up and get the plug backer right here. But the Broncos are trying to pinch. And D.C. Jefferson, which is right here, comes across and does a great job keeping Omar Bolden from the pinch. And then you could see that Ryan Williams found the hole himself.
Feely's kick going to be able to be returned. And Broncos going to end up with good field position, getting that one out near the 30. A good, strong return by Denver. Will take a timeout. Lamar Thomas with the return for the Broncos. Denver ball when we come back. Cardinals scoring drive was powered by Santan Ford. Santan Ford and the Arizona Cardinals team is what it takes. 18 plays, a couple of Denver penalties in there, Wolf. 80 yards, 7.5 minutes, and saw a lot of things that coaches wanted to see out of specific Cardinal players on that drive.
Especially Ryan Williams. He might be done for the evening. Don't know, but just a guess.
Osweiler on first down. And Brock stretches out those legs for a little scramble, and we'll visit with Jody Jackson.
Well, guys, no question, when Ryan Williams scored that touchdown, it came over here to the sideline. It seems like every member of this organization gave him a hug or a handshake because they all know what Ryan Williams has been through the last couple of years. But it was particularly meaningful to me when I saw John Lott go over to him, and those two worked so hard. Ryan Williams this offseason, Alphonso Smith told me no one worked harder than that young man to come back, and all of the work he put in the offseason, it's got to feel good for him to be able to come out here, guys, in this final preseason game and score that touchdown.
Thanks, Jody. 2nd down and 8. Lance Ball, modest gain, flag down at the 30.
Holding, offense number 57. 10-yard penalty, repeats 2nd down.
Boy, I'd really like to see the development again out of Brock Osweiler. Right there, they had 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. 6 in the box in classic rundown situation for the Cardinals. 1st and 10, 6 in the box. Brock actually checked off to that running play. That's what coaches want to see, an awareness to that cue.
Lilja with the hold, backs up Denver, 2nd and 18. Osweiler dances in the pocket, pressured, escapes, and finds a little open space. And Brock Osweiler using every bit of those 240 pounds to shake free of tacklers.
Absolutely. That's the other thing about Brock Osweiler. This guy is a mobile quarterback. Look at his feet. Look at him chop it up right there, do the cha-cha in the pocket, and get out of that trouble, that mess. And move the ball down the field. Brock Osweiler is an athlete.
Well, you know, I was going to touch on that. You look at his numbers, 5 for 5, 3rd down and 7 coming up. Osweiler will look to run again and lean forward, and he'll pick up the 1st down. Well, you called it the cha-cha. You know, coming out of high school, he had flirted with the idea of going to Gonzaga and playing basketball until Dennis Erickson got a hold of him and said, why don't you come play quarterback for me at Arizona State?
This is the one thing that Peyton Manning can't do for the Denver Broncos. Move around like this guy. And look at him once again. No hesitation. Good coverage downfield. The Cardinals playing man-free, man across the board with a safety in the middle of the field. And when you're playing man coverage, that opens up scrambles to Q's.
Johnson wrapped up and dropped. It'll be a loss. And Washington able to get in that backfield and make the stop.
That is a nice job at the point of attack. The Cardinals were not fooled on that tackle zone in the least. Guys honoring their gap. Again, you're trying to get a hat on a hat play side and build a wall backside. But if you don't get that separation backside, you got guys moving down the line of scrimmage. That tackle zone is almost useless.
Play action on 2nd and 12. Osweiler directly into traffic and will do his Colorado Rockies move and slide safely into 3rd. More on Brock. Here's Jody.
Guys, I had the opportunity to cover Brock Osweiler at Arizona State, and at his workout where numerous scouts and NFL executives came out, I had the chance to talk to Pete Carroll, who told me that he was comparing Ryan Tannehill's workout. He was coming out of A&M, eventually went to the Dolphins, and Brock Osweiler. He said, while Tannehill was impressive, it was more of a safe workout. He said Brock did everything out there, made every throw. It was anything but safe, and coming out as a junior, the Broncos were very excited to get Brock Osweiler.
3rd and 9. And a sliding catch by Robinson, and he's been busy tonight for Denver, catching the deep balls, catching some outs. Now shows that he can go over the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cardinals rushing 4, playing cover 2-man. Man underneath, 2 safeties over the top. That is a good read by Brock Osweiler and a good throw. Again, could not be any more impressed with how this guy is playing. And he's got a bright future, man. He's going to be a starter one day in this league.
Johnson trying the left side, not much there. If you're a young quarterback coming into the league, not bad if you're going to have to be second string to sit behind a Peyton Manning, and the executive who was in charge of picking you was none other than John Elway, so you got some resources to draw on.
It's a perfect situation for Brock Osweiler. He was not ready when he came in his rookie year, had all the talent. You got that size. You can't teach 6'8". Can't do it. You got the size, you got the arm strength, you're an athlete.
Do a little dump down to Hester on 2nd and 9, and Jacob will be caught right at the line of scrimmage and ridden down by Curtis Taylor. Tonight's virtual first down technology is brought to you by the Arizona Lottery. What's your game? Find out at ArizonaLottery.com.
You can see John Fox, head coach of the Denver Broncos. You don't see those with Peyton Manning at quarterback. You don't see a lot of boots and a lot of waggles being run when Peyton Manning is your quarterback. But Brock Osweiler, you can do it.
Third and 9. Incomplete off the hand of King. The other thing you don't see, you mentioned, Peyton Manning is, you see a lot of shifting on a variety of teams, and with Peyton Manning, everybody gets set, and then he'll just sit there and literally dissect and carve up the defense because he can process all of it, so he wants to know where you're going to be and how he can attack you.
Absolutely. Peyton Manning doesn't want a lot of motion, a lot of shifting involved. He wants to look at the defense and know what it is that you're doing. It's all about execution with Peyton Manning, not about trickeration or we're going to move this guy or we're going to have this personnel group. He wants to know right where you are.
A little pooch will be a little bit too far. Britton Colquitt put just a little too much on it. Cardinal football when we return. 3:26 to go, first half. Party is on. 2 days. 2 days, Wolf. Pay attention here. After every Cardinals win this season, get 50% off online orders at Papa John's. Enter promo code Cardinals50 at papajohns.com. Who doesn't like a 2-day party? Especially after a win. Ellington going to get the carry now, bounce it outside and have a little room down the left sideline, ridden out of bounds at the 45, but a pair of yellow hankies back.
Holding, offense, number 86, 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
D.C. Jefferson with the hold.
Well, that really was uncalled for, too, by D.C. Jefferson. Andre Ellington, watch him on the left side of your screen right here, the down block. Now he's got great position. Now he's holding him. There's no reason to hold on to the defender, but it's just your natural reaction in that situation when all of a sudden you feel him going that way. You just want to grab him. Andre Ellington was already around the corner.
Lindley, play action on first and long, and Ryan with a nice completion to Sperry.
This is what Bruce Arians' offense is all about. The tight end obviously being involved at the point of attack, and then you use play action. We're going to be a huge play action team this year, and all of a sudden you got Corey Sperry against a zone right down the middle of the field. Great read by Ryan Lindley.
Ellington, the rookie, trying the middle. He'll be close to the first down marker.
And that's the other component to being a great play-action team. You've got to be able to run the ball effectively. You've got to be able to hurt that front seven.
Cardinals couldn't quite get the playoff before Tony Correnti and company whistled the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in the first half of preseason game number 4 from Denver. Delivers over 700 professional and college football games, plus more games than ever before online and on your mobile device. Visit Cox.com for more information. John Fox, 13-3 in the regular season last year, won the division, and then got stunned in the playoffs against Joe Flacco and the Ravens, losing here at home in double overtime. And I think this town's going to be a little bit off the hook on Thursday night to get the NFL regular season started.
Rabid nut jobs.
Third and less than one. Lindley, they ran the quarterback sneak just before the 2-minute warning got blown dead. I thought they'd try a little something different, kept it the same, and Ryan picks it up.
Why, Rich? why run anything other than that? You got to count on your offensive lineman to come off the ball. This is going to be good work right here for Ryan Lindley.
Clock moving, under 2 to go, first half. Off the hands and incomplete. Hawkins was open.
See, that's one of those moments right there where if you're Charles Hawkins and you know you're on the bubble and you're fighting to make this football team, you've got to rally yourself right now because you had a chance to catch that ball. Every drop, that's where you feel like you're Edgar Allan Poe. You're down in the dumps. You've got to rally. You've got a whole half left to make this football team.
Lindley from the shotgun. Broncos send 4. Lindley dancing in the pocket. Almost intercepted. Ubodi dropping back in coverage. And now a flag comes in.
Now right here you see the Denver Broncos. They only end up rushing 4, but you see Kerry Taylor. He's working on a corner. There's holding going on right there. Boy, I'll tell you, that's a good call by the side judge.
Working on the 12-year veteran, Quentin Jammer.
There is no foul for defensive pass interference as the pass was tipped. Therefore, the contact is legal. Third down.
Yeah, the pass was tipped all right. Ryan Lindley threw that ball 150 miles an hour right through the hands of a linebacker for the Denver Broncos. That's the one advantage you have when you can deliver frozen ropes. They're hard to pick off.
3rd and 10. Lindley complete. And it's going to be a first down. And there's going to be a flag coming in. Arizona's going to get some more, but to your point, Hawkins battles back and rallies to make a big catch.
You gotta love to see that out of Charles Hawkins. Now I think the Cardinals will go back. That was 2-man, 2 safeties high, man underneath, rush
Personal
4.
foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 36 for picking up a player and intentionally slamming in the ground. 15-yard penalty, first down.
But that's one of those plays where I think when you watch it on film, the coaches will look at Ryan Lindley and say, don't throw that one again. That's one of those balls you say, wow, why did you think you could actually get that in there?
Yeah, and Brown and Hawkins kind of in the same front yard right there.
Yeah, but for Charles Hawkins, that's a play.
Yes.
He just made a play. Picked himself out of the hole and made a play.
And Webster gets called for the penalty of unnecessary roughness, and Arizona's in business. Deep in Denver territory, Lindley, ball pops out and it ends up into the hands of one of the Cardinal linemen, and Arizona is going to get a little positive yardage out of this one.
Oh my goodness.
Watford ends up with the football. Well, they're not going to get positive yardage. They'll march it back, and it'll be a loss on the play.
I have no idea what Tony Corrente just said. I couldn't hear him, but I can tell you right now, Earl Watford, if you do want to have a fullback on your team, just move Earl Watford. Look at this, big Earl Watford. Pick that out of the air and watch him rumble right here. Why so bellicose, Earl? That's a tough guy.
Cardinals fans, register to win the Best Seats in the Nest contest or your ultimate Cardinals fan cave exclusively at any room store. No purchase necessary. Enter today. Following the fumble and being called down, 2nd and 19. Quick hitter to Ellington out of the backfield, and he shakes his way down across the 35.
Gotta like that out of Ryan Lindley. Empty set backfield. That's hot protection. The Broncos blitz the B gap. Lindley said, okay, fine. This is called a hot read. We'll throw it right out there. Good job by Andre Ellington, knowing that he was the hot. Turned around, looked for the ball. Bada bing, bada boom. Good job running after, too. He's a shifty guy, quick guy. Little guy, but quicker than a he cub.
Cardinals call their second time out of the half. And after a slow start, if they can march down and get some more points here, Wolf, feel pretty good. The second teamers going into the locker room with the tie or maybe even the lead. They can get a touchdown.
I think Ryan Lindley has settled down here.
3rd and 11. More pressure. And Lindley throws it away. Here comes Feely.
Oh, did you see it, Rich? Flat top in the Denver Broncos secondary. Anytime you see 4 guys lined up about 8 to 10 yards off the ball, you know they're coming. That was cover 0 by the Denver Broncos. Send everybody. The Huns over the wall, play man behind it.
Feely from 52. Plenty of leg. 10-10 tie.
Well, that is going to jack up Jay Feely right there. Come up here in Denver. Kickers love that light air.
The light air and 90-degree temperatures earlier today, so the ball is sailing for every successful Cardinals field goal. Cigna will make a generous contribution to Cardinals charities benefiting Florence Crittenton of Arizona.
Yeah, Jay Feely, that's going to jack him up. Brought in Dan Carpenter. Dan Carpenter had an opportunity in the San Diego game. Let that get away from him. Jay Feely is going to be the kicker for the Arizona Cardinals. 37 years old, still going strong. He crushed that ball. The only people that like playing up here in Denver better than kickers are punters.
I thought you were going to say hitters. I thought you were going to go across town.
Oh, yeah, well, might be that too.
Yeah, no, I was trying to keep up with you, Wolf. It's not easy for me. Wow, he's jacked up. That's 3 rows deep. Another souvenir.
Jay Feely thinking to himself, are you kidding me? I got year 14, baby.
That Cardinal scoring drive was powered by Santan Ford. Santan Ford and the Arizona Cardinals team is what it takes. 11 plays and the 52-yard field goal. Tied at 10.
Bruce Arians is not going to like the way this game started, but man, I guarantee it. He likes the way the second half is finished.
Batted down at the line of scrimmage. Osweiler's pass deflected.
You take a look at it, Jay Feely all jacked up. Oh, then here comes the money handshake right there. You get the low 5 by Bruce Arians, the head coach, and he whacks you on the head. That's when you know. You got it. He's in the palm of your hand, Jay.
Denver, all 3 timeouts remaining. Osweiler on the left sideline, incomplete. And had Thomas out there. Good coverage.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Jamal Fleming. I think the Arizona Cardinals, this is just my opinion, but I think they're going to keep 6 corners. I think they'll keep 10 DBs overall, meaning 4 safeties. But I think Jamal Fleming, they're going to keep him, and he's going to be the 6th corner on this football team.
3rd round pick out of Oklahoma in 2012. 3rd and 10. Osweiler going home run ball. Incomplete. King was out there, and he'll be thinking about that one. Bethel had coverage.
Justin Bethel, the Cardinals going ahead and playing quarter, half. And that ball again delivered right on the money. Well, see, that's one of those opportunities for a young guy like Tavares King to make a play in this game. And it just slipped right through him like a greased pig.
High end over end kick. Thomas covered by a wave of orange. And down past the 35, flag comes in, up at the 45. "45-yard punt." Field judge threw a flag and then had to go to his hat. I don't know what comes after
During
that.
the kick, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 31. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Yeah, that's something you don't see very often, right? He threw his hat.
What happens if you have 3 fouls?
The whistle comes off, I guess. You throw that at somebody. Just make sure you're not throwing at eye level.
Bethel, who made the nice play on Tavares King, and then gets the block in the back. One timeout. Arizona, just 15 seconds to go in the half.
See if they don't just run this football right here.
Instead, Lindley going to throw, and it's Hawkins again.
Boy, Charles Hawkins making plays out here. And Bruce Arians, there's no surrender. Are you kidding me? We got plenty of time to move the ball here.
Couple more opportunities to take a look at some guys in some pressure situations with time running down.
Look at Ryan Lindley. Read that zone nicely. Put the ball right on Charles Hawkins in stride. See, this is what the Arizona Cardinals want to see Ryan Lindley do. Take the snap, set up, go through his progressions, read the coverage, make the right decision, and then have the accuracy to throw the ball. Because he's got a huge arm. I'm talking a laser beam.
7 seconds to go first half. Broncos only send 4, and Lindley works to the sideline, and that one will go out of bounds with 1 second. Stayed on the clock. Let Feely send one across the field. I mean, he was so excited on the kickoff.
Yeah. But Rich, I mean, what are we talking here?
That'd be a Lane Kiffin with Sebastian Janikowski when you're trying to
68-yarder? 75-yarder?
I think 75 is a bit long, even at a mile high.
Look, the math, I'm challenged on the math thing, but something tells me it wouldn't be a good decision.
Now Denver going to send pressure, and Lindley will throw it away and hit the turf as we end the first half in Denver. Slow start for Arizona, but the Cardinals have picked it up, and they have shown some things here in the first 30 minutes of this final preseason game. The biggest star in the first half, Ryan Williams, finishing off the long drive and getting the Cardinals' lone touchdown of the night. Broadcast booth brought to you by your Arizona Ford dealers. Moments ago, our Jody Jackson caught up with the Cardinals head coach.
Coach, it looked like Ryan Williams had a nice second effort on that touchdown. What did you think of the way that Ryan ran the ball?
I was real pleased with it. I thought he looked back up to speed. He looked football ready, and I was really happy for him.
The way this game started, the defense had a lot of trouble stopping their run and really in every facet, but they looked like they made some adjustments.
Yeah, we just made tackles when we had wide open tackles. We missed 3 or 4 tackles in that first drive, and miscommunication on who had the tight end down the middle.
Finally, what did you think of Ryan Lindley's play?
I thought Ryan played real well. Right there at the end of the half, a couple things happened that aren't normal. Good experience for him.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Bruce Arians. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you, Jody. Well, from talking to Coach earlier today, you got the sense he was really pulling for Ryan Williams to have a good night. He knows how much he's put into coming back from those injuries, and I'm sure he's happy and maybe even a little bit relieved that he's performed so well. Big kick sailing out of the back of the end zone. Feel like we've said that on every kickoff tonight.
Yeah. Prater's been killing it.
Oh,
Man, that guy's got a strong leg.
clutch, too.
Ryan Lindley did look very, very good in that first half. Got a little 2-minute work as well. Put together an 18-play drive for the Arizona Cardinals. You got to be kidding me. See what he can do here in the second half.
Andre Ellington will start the second half as the back. Sperry will shift out of the backfield and line up the tight end spot. And on first down from the 20. More power football out of Arizona. Stands out to you, Wolf, from the numbers from the first half.
Well, just looking at it right here, the Cardinals seem to run the ball a lot better than just 35 yards on the ground. Not a whole lot of offense, yet we got a 10-10 game. I think more than anything else, just a line of scrimmage defensively for the Arizona Cardinals. Look, really poor in that first couple of possessions for the Broncos. But, man, they have tightened it up.
Empty set on 2nd and 7. And boy, here's a guy that had the first one slip through his hands, and since that point, Charles Hawkins has now made 3 nice plays.
But Charles Hawkins is unafraid. That is the one thing you can say about this guy. He's the smallest guy on the field every time he steps on the football field. In the National Football League, Charles Hawkins is the smallest guy on the field. Yet he's all heart. Weighs 169 pounds. That's what they say. I don't believe it. But I guarantee his weight, his heart, is 149 pounds of that weight.
And flags come down. Yeah, that was kind of waiting for those to come in, Wolf. That one looked disjointed. These are the things that are unacceptable.
Neutral zone infraction, defense, stepped in the neutral zone, causing an offensive player to false start. This 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
Boy, that is a good hard count by Ryan Lindley right there. Just see him bark that thing out. That's what you need out of that quarterback. You want that hot.
Yeah, Ubodi
Hot.
and Williams both bit on that one.
You want that hard count from your Q.
First down, Ellington cut from behind, and more flags coming in. We were clean for quite a while, and now they've started to rain down. Sylvester Williams, who just got drawn off by the hard count, making up for it, getting into the backfield.
Well, this is the 4th preseason game, of course. We all know there's a lot of guys out there fighting for jobs, might not be here come Monday.
Holding, offense, number 86, 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
DC Jefferson.
Yeah, DC Jefferson getting called for another holding. That's holding. That's a good call by the official. They're going to throw that every time.
Second time tonight he's got that call on the same play, not letting a guy get away from him, and you say that's kind of instinctive.
It is instinctive.
How do you get over that?
Well, takes a lot of years, Rich. A lot of experience. The kid's a rookie.
1st and 20. Lindley time over the middle. How about that? Go right back to him. Give him something positive to think about. DC Jefferson with the catch.
Boy, do I like that read right there by Ryan Lindley. The Denver Broncos playing quarter coverage, 4 deep, 3 underneath, rush 4. Nice little pocket, stood in there strong, hit the tight end in the seam.
Ellington with the carry on 2nd and 6. And the rookie from Clemson works his way to the 40. Give him 3.
Now you can hear the pads clashing. This is the witching hour right now. Anytime you get to preseason game number 4, the witching hour typically does not show up in preseason games until the 4th quarter. Unless you're playing in the 4th preseason game, then it's the second half. You can expect the Wicked Witch of the West to fly by at any moment.
3rd and 3. Lindley with 5 wide. Buys a little time behind his target, but it's caught by Brown. First down, Cardinals.
Boy, that is what the Arizona Cardinals, want to see out of Jaron Brown. Running this drag route across the middle. Ryan Lindley puts it on him, gets lit up like Dean Martin's Christmas tree and makes the catch. First down, moves the sticks. Boy, that's a play that might keep Jaron Brown around until Monday.
Play action to Ellington on first down, and Lindley winds up. And Thomas can't come down with the one-handed catch. Had it for a moment, bobbled it, and then it popped free.
Oh, they had exactly what they wanted. They went with a play action. This is Bruce Arians football. You got Mike Thomas running the post, beats the coverage, and Ryan Lindley has got to put just a little bit more air onto that ball. Let Mike Thomas go get that thing.
Yeah, he puts it out in front of him.
That's 6.
Yep. Rassner, good job for Denver to get a hand in there at the last second. Ellington looking for positive yardage on second down.
But that is Bruce Arians football right there in a nutshell. This is what he wants to be offensively. He wants to be able to run the ball and use play action. It's one of the reasons why I continue to say, Rich, that the running back is going to have more to do with the Arizona Cardinals throwing the football well this year than at any other point in my 9 years of being the color analyst. You got to be able to threaten the front seven by effectively running the ball, and then the running back has got to be able to hold up in protection.
Another flag down. Lindley draw him off again. Stephon Taylor is in as the Cardinal running back. And
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 69, stepped in the neutral zone, caused the offensive player to false start. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Quanterra Smith gets a trip to the sideline for the jump.
Boy, that is nice right there again, using the hard count. Ryan Lindley. You know, that's the huge advantage you have offensively. You know when the ball is going to be snapped and the defense doesn't. You've got to use that to your advantage.
Third and 3, incomplete. Trying to get it to Quinn, the recently signed tight end who was cut by Cincinnati, and Lindley and Quinn can't connect.
Well, right there, you got Ryan Lindley trying to hit Richard Quinn in the flat. And anytime you're running the flat, you cannot drift down the field. You cannot drift. You've got to run perpendicular, parallel to those white lines.
Zascadill's punt is going to take a nice Cardinals bounce. And Leach will grab it and down it at the 5. Arizona can't get any points on the opening drive of the second half. Denver football when we come back.
And welcome back to Denver. The Cardinals and Broncos all tied at 10 with 9.5 left in the third quarter. Jody Jackson alongside the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, Carson Palmer. Carson, I'm sure you're not going to complain about not getting in today. You know, a little bit of a rest for the starters, obviously. But do you feel like you're ready to go in St. Louis? The timing is there between you and the receivers?
Absolutely. We're ready to roll. It's been a great camp. We've had a lot of work together, obviously a lot of time to get rolling, and just excited to get into a real season game and start off this season.
What's it been like working with a guy like Larry Fitzgerald? I mean, I saw, especially in that Cowboys game, it seems like you guys really connected out there.
Yeah, Larry's really done a good job. We've moved him around a lot. He's been playing the slot, and he's used to playing on the weak side of formations, but he's had a great camp, had some really good plays in the preseason games, and it's been great. You know, himself, Michael Floyd, Robbie, Andre, everybody's really adapted well to this new system, and you know, we're still growing and learning in it, and we're going to continue to get better in it.
A lot of decisions to be made after this game, but I also know that you guys are looking to St. Louis, not in practice, but I'm sure mentally preparing in the film room. How much time have you put into the Rams already?
A lot. going into a week 1 game, you never know what you're going to see. You never know how different things are going to be than what you've seen on film in the preseason. But it's really the same staff from last year, so we've watched a lot of tape on them from last season and obviously in this preseason. But when you play against a guy like Jeff Fisher, he always pulls a couple cards out of his hat that you could not have expected.
I saw Tom Moore and Bruce Arians talking to Peyton Manning earlier today. I'm curious, you're a veteran, you've thrown for almost 30,000 yards in this league. What's it been like working with those two guys?
It's been great. You learn something every day. There's a wealth of knowledge, tons of experience, and a lot of success. Both those guys have had a lot of success really wherever they've been. And you get old school stories from Tom Moore back in the 60s. To recent stories that you hear from Coach Arians last year in the season they had in Indianapolis. So it's a lot of fun. It's been great to be an older guy and still learning.
Carson, one last thing. Fans ought to know, you guys just didn't come out here and suit up. You guys, the starters, ran some sprints and some shuttles earlier, right?
Yeah, we definitely felt the altitude. We came out and Coach Lott put us through a good workout, and we weren't exactly prepared for the light air up here, but it was good for us to get that working.
Finally, how excited are you to get it going, get the season going, and start your career as a Cardinal?
I can't wait. To get to go to a place like St. Louis in a division game and try to fight and scrap and get a win out of there, and then get to come home and play in front of our crowd, in front of or against Detroit, who's obviously a very good team. It's going to be a great start to the season. I can't wait to get going.
Carson Palmer, thanks for the time.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Jody. Classy guy, Wolf.
Carson Chunky Palmer. It's a guy that can make the chunk throws that Bruce Arians wants to use in this offense.
Zach Dysert, third quarterback for Denver in, and Denver putting together a pretty nice drive, and Dysert connects right there with King, who let one slip through his hands, and Tavares spins away from that one and gets a nice chunk of yardage.
Yeah, anytime you play cornerback, you've got to take an outside-in approach, and you can see Justin Bethel right there jumped inside. You can't do that as a corner. You've always got to keep that outside to inside relationship when you're an edge player, a corner like Justin Bethel.
Dysert, a rookie, 7th-round pick out of Miami of Ohio. Hasn't seen a lot of action this preseason, but throws a nice ball right here to Robinson, who's been the star offensively tonight for Denver.
Boy, that's like stealing right there. Little play action. Dysert does a good job of putting this out over the top. Threw it to the back shoulder, but really didn't need to. Robinson with an easy catch, beating Antoine Kaysen. And Kaysen is trying to make this team. I think he's going to be on this team. But, man, I'll tell you, that performance right there, that's not execution.
Prater bangs it through. And to add a little sugar on top of that one, Robinson never going to apologize. A Sun Devil for beating a Wildcat. That runs deep. Let's take a look at our Toro ground stats. Toro, count on it.
You're right, Williams right there. 9 carries, 25 yards. Feels like a lot more than that. Had a couple of big carries where he lost a lot of yards as well. Trying to make a play, penetration at the point of attack. Ryan Williams. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to keep 5 running backs on this football team, which is unheard of for a one-back team.
Prater line drives it through the back of the end zone, but what did Coach tell us? Keeping the 53 best players, not concerned about position. The 53 best. Right now through our Zoom lens, presented by Hyundai, proud partner of the Arizona Cardinals.
And here's the guy right here, Rich, that holds the keys to the kingdom for the Arizona Cardinals, Paul Faneca. Getting hold up against a 3 technique, some of the quicker 3 techniques in pass protection.
Stephon Taylor takes the pitch, and the rookie out of Stanford with a nice run for Arizona.
Oh my goodness. I love Stephon Taylor. This guy runs the ball with a dark heart. Getting the ball out on the edge. Sometimes you're the bull and sometimes you're the drunk running through the streets. And I guarantee you, sometimes you both get wiped out. Stephon Taylor will bring it.
He played at Stanford collegiately, and David Shaw, a little bit like BA. They like some old school football down on the farm, so Stephon's got to feel right at home in this offense.
The guy is a ground pounder. He runs in a heavy fashion. He's got those big thighs, just like Stump Mitchell, his running back coach. Got those big thighs. He's built low to the ground. He's thick. He's a ground pounder, but he gets the dirty yards.
5th round pick. Getting some time here in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals trying to answer the last scoring drive by Denver. Brown with another catch. And a couple of Broncos slow to get off the turf.
You gotta like that. Just execute the offense, Ryan Lindley. Catch the ball, Jerron Brown. Catch it in your hands, then make somebody miss. Gain 8 yards on 1st down.
When it's executed well and it's moving at a crisp pace, doesn't it look easy?
It looks very easy. It's not.
No, it's not.
It just looks that
way. But it does. And Taylor looks like he'll be just short of the 1st down. Back to the point you made earlier, Wolf. I'm thinking about Carson Palmer and the idea of the offense and the running backs holding the keys to the kingdom. But what quarterback doesn't love to have an outstanding ground game to work off play action?
They love play action, Rich.
McCray down for Denver. Will take a timeout. Welcome back to Denver. This season, Sanderson Ford will be recognizing our servicemen and women through their Seats for Soldiers program. For more information on the program, visit azmam.org. Taylor still in the game at the back. Gray had to be helped to the sideline, unable to put any weight on his right leg for Denver. And Lindley going to wind up and look for Brown, who's going to make the catch and score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Oh, baby. That is a great read. Singled up on the outside. Jerron Brown against the corner. A great read. And that is a big-time, big boy throw by Ryan Lindley. Jerron Brown needs to show that he can do this. He can run. He's big. But are you dependable when it comes to catching the ball? And Ryan Lindley, man, you could not have walked out there and handed it to Jerron Brown any better.
Jay Feely drills it through to tie it at 17. Teacher Tom Moore and the student Ryan Lindley, payoff, ties the game. Ryan Lindley's passing touchdown to Jerron Brown. Wells Fargo donates $500 to local public schools for the Passing Touchdowns for Schools program. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Well, you look at Ryan Lindley sitting there next to the quarterback whisperer, Tom Moore. What a resource to have as a young quarterback.
Thomas will catch it. It'll be on the back line, back of the end zone.
Boy, you look at it right here. This is going to be quarter, quarter, half. A rolled up corner. You're going to play quarter, quarter, half. Go ahead, guys. Watch Jerron Brown run by the corner. just flat out run by the corner, and Ryan Lindley read the coverage beautifully, put it over the top. It's hard to cut guys that make that kind of play right there, isn't it, Jerron Brock?
Dysart stays in at quarterback for Denver. Lance Ball gets the carry. Last drive for Denver was Dysart's first of the night. It took him 94 yards in 6 plays.
Boy, that was nice right there by the Cardinals front 7. You know, again, you got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. There are jobs on the line for the guys that are in between the lines.
Second and 9. Oh, cut down in the backfield. Cardinals had that one read perfectly. Jefferson in there to stop it immediately.
Boy, that is another guy that has been very impressive. Watch him on the strong safety fire. Come down and shoot off the edge. He timed that perfectly. That is a strong safety fire. Coming off the edge. Walked down late and fired his gun.
Didn't get cute with the tackle either. Made a secure one.
Put the helmet right across the ball. Took the buckles on the knuckles. That's the way you play this game.
Pressure again on 3rd and 13 and the dump off, and there's going to be some room. Ball in the open field, getting blockers down the sideline. Finally ridden down, but not before he's deep into Cardinals territory. Arenas saved the touchdown.
Oh, that was perfectly executed. The Denver Broncos said, okay, you're going to go ahead and start firing people off the edge. What do you say we take advantage of that and start a little screen to the left of Dysart? You can see Tony Jefferson again firing off the edge. The Broncos came back and called the perfect play for that defense.
Injured player is Kevin Minter.
No.
And let's just hope this is the air getting knocked out of him.
Well, right now you can see the look on his face. Not a lot of pain on his face. So I wonder if he cramped, possibly. Cramped up a little bit. Doesn't look too concerned. Maybe pulled a hammy, tweaked it maybe, I don't know. He looks like he's okay.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see.
And you look at him, you can see him from the waist down now. He is thick, like a stump. There's a lot to pull down there.
Well, after last week and Jonathan Cooper, I'm all done with the bad luck. We've had enough bad. It's good.
Boy, it's good to see him get off the ground.
Yep,
I
get up and walk off.
That kid's going to help the Cardinals win some games, I think, especially when you talk about the NFC West being a brutal, bellicose division, especially in the box on both sides of the ball. You need to be physical, and you need guys like Minter.
Hester turns his way to the 10.
I have always liked Jacob Hester as a football player. Undersized, yet he'll play fullback, lead block, do all the dirty things that you need your fullback to do. Jacob Hester has my respect because he's tough as nails.
Another LSU guy. I'm starting to see a trend.
Yeah.
They might be producing some pretty good players down on the bayou.
It's funny the way that works.
2nd and 6. Hester again.
That's the thing about him. Jacob Hester can run in between the tackles. Not just a guy that can hold up at the point of attack as a lead blocker, also a guy that has some nice vision, keeps his feet up under him, and in a pinch, he can be your running back. He can run that inside zone.
Under 30 seconds to go, third quarter. 3rd and 3. The rookie Dysert to Hester, who grinds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was just the Arizona Cardinals getting whipped on the line of scrimmage. Denver Broncos offensive line came off, did a nice job getting penetration into that front seven, punching that hole, giving Jacob Hester a lot of different options. He could have gone A gap, could have gone B gap. He got that thing in. He's a good football player.
2 drives now by Dysert as the Bronco quarterback. 2 touchdowns. Big play on that one. Screen pass off the blitz.
Yeah, absolutely.
69 yards.
But then they just went to the ground, pounded that thing in. Got to be able to run the ball well in the red zone. That is a characteristic, that is a trait of every good football team, almost without exception. They're able to run the ball. Being able to run the ball effectively is not just in 1st and 10 situations, not in classic rundown situations. It's when you're able to run the ball effectively. A 3rd and 1, being able to pick up that first down, punch a hole in the defense, convert it, keep the chains moving, and then being able to run the ball in the red zone. And the 4-minute. You got a lead, you want to take some time off that clock. That's when teams that have a great running game, that's when it really shows up. And guess what? Those teams, typically some of the best in the NFL, those that do it well.
And that 4-minute comment, Wolf, I think that's the one that by a lot of people gets overlooked. I mean, you understand if you try to run it on 3rd and short and you don't get it. I mean, that's easy to see, but you let somebody get the ball back, and instead of giving them no time or less than a minute, or even just extinguishing all the time, and you go 3 and out because you can't run it, it changes the whole complexion of the game. And Prater, that's a warning track out there, Wolf. That one didn't get over the fence, so that's just... Turnovers have been very positive. Good sign for Arizona.
No, absolutely. Boy, that is the one trait you hope this football team continues throughout the regular season. +7 right there. They got 10 takeaways, only 3 turnovers. Boy, you have that kind of differential, you're going to be a good football team.
Ellington the back. He'll get the carry and find a little room. Back to the division. You aren't kidding about physical and the teams in that West.
Buckle up.
Oh.
You better buckle up.
Well, I get to buckle up a week from Sunday. You guys get to get it started on the road in St. Louis against the Rams. 1 more quarter to go in the preseason. We will head to the 4th quarter in Denver. Getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter here at Mile High. Tonight's broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the National Football League and the Arizona Cardinals Football Club. Any reproduction, retransmission, or their use of the images and descriptions of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Arizona Cardinals is prohibited. You call it the witching hour. Now we're down to the under the final 15 minutes.
Annie M. Get ready. You're going to see some wild things in the 4th quarter of the 4th preseason game. Again, think about it. There's a lot of guys out on the football field right now. They have a dream to play in the National Football League, and that dream might be popped tonight.
3rd and 1. Johnson caught in the backfield. Beal first one in there, and then Johnson able to finish him off. Coach Arians talked about Ryan Lindley trying to give them a reason to keep him on the team. He has looked really good at times tonight.
Boy, it's going to be a tough decision. I would imagine that the Cardinals came into this game thinking, okay, Ryan Williams, Ryan Lindley. We're going to keep 5 running backs, or are we going to keep 3 quarterbacks? Or if we're going to keep 5 and 3, boy, we better take it from somewhere else. And maybe it's the receiver position that they go out and only keep 4.
Zastadil with the 51-yard punt.
Go Broncos!
Timeout in Denver.
The coach is in the Valley with the best steaks and seafood. It's Teca's Restaurant, now in Arizona and only at Vaquiva on 51st Avenue, 4 miles south of Baseline.
Nice work, Wolf. I'm thinking about heading there soon. What are you going to do to stop Zach Dysert? Hasn't seen much action in the preseason. Has kind of been a world beater tonight in his couple drives.
Absolutely. Guy looks like a well-oiled machine right now for the Denver Broncos.
Well, Arizona sat back in the first drive, and he kind of picked them apart and got some chunks. And they went with some pressure.
Yeah.
And he burned them with a little 69-yard screen past the ball. And Dysert's been flawless. Look at those numbers.
Boy, that was a great call by John Fox and his offensive staff.
And Dysert remains perfect, 6 for 6. Virgil Green again. Tony Jefferson with the tackle.
See, that is the power, too, of the Denver Broncos in their offense. They run so much of that tackle zone. What happens off that are a lot of bootlegs and waggles. Bootlegs to the strength, waggle to the weak side. And it's great play action because it takes a Q so long to get to that mesh point with the running back. Those linebackers on the second level, they've got to honor that.
Dysert play action again. Almost intercepted. Trying to get it to Robinson. Curtis Taylor came in and almost got the pick.
See, watch Curtis Taylor do something so good, like almost come up with a pick, and yet on film, coaches will look at that and say, oh, you got to make that play. And that might be the difference with Curtis Taylor making this team or not making this team, whether or not he catches that ball. That's cruel. That's the NFL.
First incompletion for Dysert. Flag down. And Zach running for his life. A little scurry out of bounds. We'll check the penalty. David Carter was giving chase.
Boy, Dysert must be in great shape. That's a third boot or waggle they've run. The Cardinals know it's coming as well. Just
Illegal
haven't been able to
formation
stop it.
offense. This penalty has been declined. The result of the play, 3rd down.
Well, as we work our way down the depth chart, I'm not shocked of an illegal formation at this point. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
I'm shocked we haven't had a lot more illegal formations.
Agreed. 3rd and 10. Dysert will check down the ball. And he'll be a yard short.
That's classic defense right there. That's what Todd Bowles wanted to see his defense do. Rush 4, play cover 3. 3 deep zone, 4 underneath. Make the tackle in front of the sticks, force them to punt the ball. Classic 3rd down defense.
Britton Colquitt on his brother Dustin, punter for the Kansas City Chiefs. So long family of punters, but how about that? You and your brother both in the NFL. That's That's pretty special. Thomas gets hit illegally. Ball rolls into the end zone. But Omar Bolden's going to get the penalty.
Boy, you can see Mike Thomas right here just get hit by Omar Bolden. One thing you can say about Omar Bolden, he will bring it. We've seen him lay the wood to a couple of Cardinal players out here tonight. The problem is it's a penalty.
Interference with the opportunity to catch a kick. Kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And that's funny, you know, you go ahead and you throw the flag, say, yeah, that's a penalty, 15 yards, we're going to move it down here. Doesn't help Mike Thomas because he feels that pain.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter, almost 11 minutes to go. Denver leads the Cardinals by the score of 24-17. Jody Jackson alongside Carlos Dansby, who is once again an Arizona Cardinal. Carlos, first let me ask about tonight. You had a couple of snaps. What was the thinking about getting you some playing time tonight?
Just try to get loose, get ready for the season, and just have some fun, man. Coach wanted me to get out and run around a little bit and be a kid again.
Do you feel ready to go? I know Todd Bowles was the guy you worked with in Miami when you were a Dolphin, and so do you feel comfortable in this defense and ready to go for the season?
Oh, definitely. I definitely feel comfortable. Todd Bowles is doing a great job right now. We just got to clean up some things right now before the first game, and we're excited to get this thing going.
Let me go back to May 10th, the day that you signed with the Cardinals. Again, of course, the franchise that drafted you. You went to the Super Bowl and made one of the great plays in franchise history, actually, against Green Bay. What were your feelings when you knew you had a chance to come back here?
The words really can't explain the opportunity that presented itself for me, and I just took it with stride, and I was just excited for the opportunity. I'm just ready to play some football and have some fun.
You know, a lot of these guys you played with, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who did you miss more, Calais or Dockett?
Got to set Dockett, you know what I'm saying? I came in with Dockett. We was drafted together, so, you know, we had a lot of memories, and we just want to try to get back to that stage again.
What's your feeling on the direction of this team under Bruce Arians?
It's awesome. It's awesome. Bruce is doing a great job right now. Trying to lead guys and showing us what it takes to be successful in the league.
Carlos, thanks a lot. We'll see you when the regular season starts.
I can't wait.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Jody. Nice work. 3rd and 2. Lindley's pass incomplete. Brown went back for it, couldn't get it. Webster had coverage.
That is going to be a big component about the Arizona Cardinals and their offense. The back shoulder fade. That time, Ryan Lindley just didn't throw it where Jerron Brown was. Threw it well behind his back shoulder. That's too much of a back shoulder. Get back to Carlos Dansby. I just want to know if he's going to do the dirty bird when he makes a play. He says he is.
Zastudil's punt rolls into the end zone. 63-yard punt, 43 on the net. Broncos ball when we come back. $9:21 to go here in Denver. Tonight's virtual first down technology is brought to you by the Arizona Lottery. What's your game? Find out at ArizonaLottery.com.
Got 9 minutes and 21 seconds left in this game. Watch the defensive line. A lot of position battles going on up front.
Ball runs left. Not much doing.
That is a nice job right there by Patrick Scott. Coming down the line, blowing it up at the point. You can see it right there. Got Darnell Dockett, Big Dan Williams. David Carter still out on the field. It's a clear message. Better play.
Ball on 2nd and 9. He'll be close to a Bronco first down. David Carter, you just mentioned, makes a stop.
Yeah, he did. He made the stop. The problem is David Carter is playing on the line of scrimmage, of course, and made the stop probably, 8 yards down the field? You know, again, you gotta come down that line of scrimmage. If you've got space in between you, you got to run at the ball carrier and not wait for him.
114 yards for the Broncos on the ground tonight to 69 Arizona. Ball again.
The football is such a great game. Such a great game because you play in that box especially. It's so brutal. It's so physical. It will test you in every way. And here you are. A guy like David Carter, you've been playing in the National Football League for years now. Yeah, not a lot, but years, more than one.
Yeah, you bring up an interesting point as that play goes nowhere that I think the headlines that everybody sees, you read about the superstars. Look, everybody's not Peyton Manning. There are a lot of people who just, and Wolf, you talked about this earlier today, to make a team, you've got to figure out who you are as a player and what you can do to help them.
Absolutely. You got to find your niche. You can make careers out of finding that niche.
You can spend a decade.
Some guys might play 10 years in the league when they shouldn't be there 10 days. You just got to find, where do I fit and who am I? You can't be somebody you're not. But man, you can find that niche.
And Isaac finally has to dump it down. Does so, ball pops out. And the Cardinals have it. Carter and Jefferson. Carter with the pop and Jefferson able to jump on it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Rich. I think that was David Carter. Here's a guy that might not be playing as well as you'd like him to see, but here he is hustling down the line, and out comes the ball. Big 79, David Carter right there, a guy with an awful lot of athleticism, strips that ball out. Hey, that might be the play for David Carter. Might be the play that puts him on this roster again.
11th takeaway for the Cardinals this preseason. Lindley, who's played all but the first series. Stanton got that one. Lindley in trouble. Throws incomplete. And the closest person to it, defender for Denver, Rasner, the safety.
Boy, you had that feeling that B.A., Bruce Arians and his offense, they were going to take a shot down the field off of play action. Mike Thomas over the top. Ryan Lindley saw the blitz coming. Clean hitter, had no choice but to try to throw the ball away. Didn't have the time to throw it down the field.
2nd and 10. Pressure again. Lindley, time, over the middle, complete. And Arizona going to be in business. Ryan Lindley with a nice read and connects with Kerry Taylor.
Now there it is again. Man free being played. Broncos bring 5, trying to create a little bit of pressure. And here comes Kerry Taylor. All he's doing, just running that drag route over the middle against man cover. Omar Bolden couldn't cover him. That's what I mean. Kerry Taylor, the guy just continues to show up making catches.
Andre Ellington, the back. Over the middle, Thomas, catch, touchdown.
Oh boy. Mike Thomas, a guy that has done an awful lot in the National Football League. A guy that runs a sub 4.4 40. Anytime you run a sub 4.4 and you can get this thing in like Mike Thomas just did, believe me, you're going to climb that depth chart.
And Arizona's going to go for the lead. Cardinals going for 2, absolutely. Belling to the left of Lindley. Ryan play action, throws back shoulder, Thomas incomplete. Flag is down. Flag is down.
Well,
Kessler
there it
was
is.
celebrating.
That back shoulder throw once again. That's going to be a huge component of what the Arizona Cardinals do.
Defense, number 40. The ball be placed half the distance to the goal and retry.
Well, that is a play right there that you think Mike Thomas, tough catch, no doubt about it, but he had 2 hands on it. Anytime you get those steely knives on that ball, you got to come down with it, even though it wasn't a great throw.
8th Bronco penalty. Half the distance, try it again. Going for 2, trying to take the lead. Lindley, play action, Ellington! Got the play fake and then gets the catch for 2. 25-24 Arizona.
That's nothing but the sprint pass. Right here, you fake it, back in the flat, tight end to the corner. He had 2 people to throw it to.
Cardinals Season in Focus returns to ABC 15 next Saturday the 7th at 9 a.m. Tune in for the most exclusive access to the team with wired up players, in-depth profiles, all the personalities of this year's club. Hosted by Paul Calvisi, Season in Focus, Saturday, September 7th at 9 with a bonus replay around 8 p.m. following NASCAR, all on ABC 15. Feely strong through the back of the end zone again. Lindley, 17 of 28, 220 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. With his last touchdown pass, Wells Fargo donates $500 to local public schools through the Passing Touchdowns for Schools program. Wells Fargo, together, will go far.
Boy, that's one of those situations where as a quarterback, you do something good. Man, you can't wait to sit next to Tom Moore. See that, Coach? See what I did? I executed.
Zach Dysert still in, trying to make this Broncos roster. Peyton Manning is the starter, and then Osweiler played well tonight, and then Dysert in, and he and Lindley, I know they're fighting for their professional lives, and pretty good line for a guy who had some pressure on him coming into tonight.
Look at that right there. 17 of 28, 220 yards, couple of touchdowns. You got to feel good. Ryan Lindley, I believe, has earned a spot on this roster with his performance here tonight, and he knew he was under the gun, and that means even more to Bruce Arians.
Ball again on 2nd down, Lance Ball, 5th-year player, getting significant time tonight. Monty Ball, the rookie from Wisconsin, is going to get some serious burn in the backfield for Denver when the regular season starts here on Thursday night.
Well, that was a vortex again that formed out there on the field. Line of scrimmage, the path of the running back, and the 2 shall meet.
Scoring drive set up by the turnover. Defense getting it done. Pressure now. Dysert gets it away. Incomplete. Almost got a pick. Jefferson had pressure. Kaysen out there. Couldn't quite hold it for another turnover.
Todd Bowles with a little quid pro quo.
You got that right, Wolf.
He came with a little cover 0. Look at this, bring everybody. What do you say we go after this guy who's been shredding us? Cover 0, man across the board, bring everybody. You gotta love that with 4 minutes to go in the witching hour.
delay of game, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
We've seen a number of things to execute tonight. Now with a 1-point lead and 4 minutes to go, you get to run the 4-minute drill.
That was uncalled for by the punt team of the Denver Broncos. Delay of game, really?
Thomas reeled in at the 19. Try to find a little room and can't. Down to 25. 63-yard punt. In a couple days, the face of the franchise, Larry Fitzgerald, going to turn 30. 764 career receptions for number 11. NFL record for a player by the age of 30.
It's not like he's played with Joe Montana his entire career either. Those are impressive numbers by a future Hall of Famer.
Taylor on first down. And Taylor, first contact at the 30, down near the 33. Well, if you are nodding your head in approval.
Richard Quinn just came around. That's called counter OF. You get the kick out, and then Richard Quinn leads up through the hole, and he just took a frying pan out and flattened somebody's face.
And John Elway, Executive Vice President of Football Operations and a Hall of Famer himself. Everybody remember what a great player number 7 was, but boy, he has done some nice things in that front office.
Boy, could he throw it.
Oh. Remember what was the Elway cross? That ball would stamp you in the chest and all the broken fingers.
Yep. You said it too, Rich. Here it is. Couple of back-to-back runs, and suddenly the chain gang is walking down the sideline. Move the chains. 4-minute drill. Stephon Taylor running the ball, getting the dirty yards.
You said with a dark heart?
Well, you got to have a dark heart if you're going to run in between the teeth, in between the hash marks.
And that's what's going to happen here as that clock is moving. Taylor trying to find a little room, spins his way for a couple.
You know, Stephon Taylor is a guy that understands his limitations. He knows he doesn't have great speed, but he is smart and he's tough as nails.
Broncos call the timeout, 2:06 to go. We'll get another stoppage when we hit the 2-minute warning. Wolf, you played 10 years in the NFL. Tell me about your reaction when you made your first roster.
Disbelief, to tell you the truth. Even though I was a 4th-round pick, 4th rounder is no guarantee to make a football club, especially when you're an undersized fullback. Just the fulfillment of a lifelong dream at that point. There are no words.
Penalty.
False start, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
The one thing about it, with this football team, and Bruce Arians was talking about this, I wouldn't go celebrating.
No.
I wouldn't go celebrating anytime soon until you're on the roster heading into next week in game preparation against the Rams. I saw a guy, thought he'd made the team, got his 10th year in the NFL. He was showering, and the Turk went in to get him.
The Turk? Taylor spun to the turf, no gain.
Yeah, the guy was doing a little dance in the shower too. I got year 10. I got year 10. The Turk went into the shower, called him out of it. He didn't get year 10. Let's put it that way.
Worst shower of his life.
You would imagine, Rich. Turk in the shower.
Cardinals with a 1-point lead, 1:59 to go in preseason game number 4. Time for the SRP Power Performance, presented by SRP, delivering more than power.
You see Ryan Lindley right here with that big NFL arm, putting it out there for Jerome Brown. Cover 4, ran right by the corner. Look at that ball. You could not walk up and hand it to him any better than what Ryan Lindley did right there.
Third and 12. Here come the Broncos. Lindley. Incomplete. Brown was out there. Didn't get close to it.
Cover 0 once again by the Denver Broncos. Send everybody. Ryan Lindley just hung it out there, said, hey, you know what? It worked once with Jerome Brown. Why not try it again? But that is Bruce Arians taking a shot down the field. You got a point lead. He wants to win this game with 1:54.
Jacksonville's punt gathered in. And not much of a return, 51 yards on the punt. Bolden just a couple on the return. And we set the roster for the club. And then it's playing for real.
Boy, that first one right there at St. Louis. Division game against a team that had the best division record in the NFC West last year. Jeff Fisher and the St. Louis Rams. 4-1-1 in the brutal NFC West.
Home against Detroit, and then 2 more on the road. And those aren't short trips, New Orleans and Tampa Bay. And when people, look at his schedule, Wolf, and talk about, well, these guys, that'll be an easy game or a hard game. Well, you know what? You don't know. The league changes so much from year to year.
That's what's great about the National Football League. It is the league of hope. How many times have we seen worst to first in a year? It happens in this league, and it's one of the reasons why it's so popular as you look at the second half of that schedule.
3 of those last 4 in the division.
How about it? St. Louis at home, at Tennessee, at Seattle, San Francisco at home.
Off the hands of Robinson, and first time tonight, number 10 hasn't held it in.
Yeah, he's had a big game. Good for him. Make a football team. Love to see guys fulfill a dream. And from the first time you put that bonnet on and you pop that mouth guard in and you say, this is the game for me. This is where I want to be. Boy, I'll tell you, you make a football club, it's worth it, every hit.
Weiser grabbed around the legs and finally gets rid of it, incomplete. 1:29 to go.
This is where you can't let your mind wander. Got 1:29 to go. Every rep right now, whether you get 3 or 4 plays in, every rep might be the rep where a coach looks at it and says, that's the one. That's the reason why we want to keep that guy. Don't be looking at the cheerleaders. Go out there and make a play.
4th down. Last chance for Denver. And Dysart's pass incomplete. Robinson again couldn't come down with it. Cardinals will take over.
These games are important to Bruce Arians. Coming in the very first preseason game, I said, what is the point of emphasis for you, Bruce? What do you want to see tonight? And he said, well, I want to win this game. I want to win these games. I want our guys thinking every time we step in between the white lines, we're going to win a football game. And he wanted that precedent to be established from preseason game number 1.
And with the huge roster turnover, new coaching staff and all the new pieces, why not? why not come in and create your culture?
Absolutely. It was important to him. Again, from my perspective, I want to see a team play well. I want to see my young players develop. Winning a preseason game wouldn't be a big deal to me, but that's why I'm sitting up here in the booth and not down there coaching. Bruce Arians knows exactly the type of football team he wants to have. And he knows how to cultivate that attitude, how to foster that attitude. Let's hope it pays off for the Arizona Cardinals. I can tell you right now, their mentality is different from what it was a year ago, because Bruce Arians knew that mentality had to change playing in this division. Have to become much more physical.
Taylor on second down, and Denver will burn their final timeout.
Talk about Steve Keim. Steve Keim and all the new faces that the Cardinals have brought onto this football team. Whether they were draft picks, undrafted free agent signings, over 50 new faces were brought in on this football team. Boy, you couple that with the fact that you've got a brand new coaching staff. There is competition at every position on this team, or has been, for a large portion of preseason.
Denver out of timeouts, 3rd and 5, the Cardinals. And Taylor going to get the first down and an exclamation point to the preseason.
Wow, do you love to see that for the young guy? That's going to put a big old grin on Bruce Arians' face. You're getting 13 personnel, 1 back, 3 tight ends. And then Stephon Taylor finds that hole, puts the shoulder down, breaks a tackle, and gets it in. That's the kind of run that guy is going to afford this team in 2013. Tough, in between the tackles, in between the teeth.
And there's a smile.
Yeah, BA's liking that. See what we did right there? Lined up and gave it to Stephon. Let him get it in.
Cardinals scoring drive was powered by Santan Ford. Santan Ford and the Arizona Cardinals. Team is what it takes.
The best thing is you didn't throw it. You didn't run some trick play. You didn't try to
finesse somebody.
You lined up. You said, look, all we're trying to do, John, is run a play. We're just trying to run a football play here and get a look at our offensive line, get a look at our running back. And you get it in. Yeah, coaches like that.
15-yard run for Taylor to cap it off. 11 carries for Stephon. 52 yards on the night and a score.
You think of Steve Keim, the general manager of the Arizona Cardinals once again. You get Stephon Taylor in the 5th round. That kid's a football player. He's going to help this team win. You get Andre Ellington in the 6th round. Football player. He's going to help this team win.
And Denver's going to get the ball back with 1:05 to go and no timeouts. A good flight home. Asked Coach today, once he watched tonight's game, how long would it take he and Steve Keim to figure out the roster would be. He said probably have it before the plane touches down back in the home state.
Well, it's going to be a happy plane ride home for some folks.
Dysert, long pass, incomplete. King out there, well covered by Bethel.
Some guys are going to be popping the Imodium, donning the biohazard suit. wondering whether or not they're going to get cut. Boy, I'll tell you, that is a sleepless night. And it could happen anytime soon, and you never expect it to happen when it does. Don't ask me why. For some reason, you never see it coming, and then boom, there he is. And you never know who the Turk's going to be.
Who are the options?
Well, it could be an assistant coach. Could be an assistant to the assistant. I remember one year, I think it was my 4th or 5th year in the league, they just brought some guy in. Nobody knew who this guy was. Guess what? It was his job to tap you on the shoulder. Say, hey, coach wants to see you.
I don't know what that pays, Wolf. That seems like a bad job.
You know, Rich, I was sitting at the cafeteria table. There was a rookie sitting across from me, and Stump Mitchell and Otis Anderson. The rookie was there, and Larry Wilson was the Turk that year. He was a general manager. Tapped the kid on the shoulder, and he said, hey, John, I'd like for you to come see me. And I want you to bring your playbook. And I want you to come see me at 8 o'clock. And he looked at him and said, Larry, but I have a meeting at 8. Boy, I'll tell you, we put our head down and started eating those Cheerios quicker than you can imagine. And Larry said, I know.
You had a meeting at 8.
Still didn't get it. The young guy. Felt so bad for him. Turk in the shower. Turkey and Cheerios. You never know. Come out of nowhere and blindside you. It's like a horror movie.
Stanton and Lindley comparing notes. Drew may not need to shower after just that one series. Another incompletion by Dice, who started out perfect, hit his first 6. Jake O'Connell, free agent tight end, can't get that one. 24 ticks on the clock. And then gave way to Lindley, who got the marching order of show us what you can do, son. And boy, did he.
Got a big grin on his face, telling a few jokes on the sideline. Did you see that bomb I threw? Just kind of makes everything go away.
Dice are going to run on 3rd and 10, and he'll pick up the first down. Clock continues to move. Denver out of timeouts. 12, 11. And he'll spike it with 5 seconds to go in the preseason.
Well, that sounds good, Rich. 5 seconds to go in the preseason. Standing ovation.
Now, let's not forget, you get to go back to St. Louis, so you get to go to the Hill. I mean, not only is it division, the start of the regular season, you get to go get some of the best Italian food in the country.
Not only do we get to go to Canetto's on the Hill, and that's not payola. That's not. But boy, we get to go back to the radio booth, theater of the mind.
You and Dave Pash will have the call for the season.
Medium of ideas.
There is the way to end the preseason. On the offensive side, you get Stephon Taylor picking up the first down and the touchdown. On the defensive side, you crunch the opponent's quarterback to say, game over.
That's the veritable exclamation point.
We'll come back to Denver with some final thoughts. Arizona finishes the preseason 3-1.